Okay, next up we have Elliott Pollack. Elliott is the CEO of Elliott, Pollack & Company, an economic and real estate consulting firm in Scottsdale.
This was the title of my presentation, and I thought I was the pessimist. Apparently I'm not. But here's the good news. The recession's over, and so you're having a good time yet. Enjoying yourself in this. The best thing you can say is that you survived. The good news is that 2012 and 2013, I think, are going to be a whole lot better than 2010 and 2011. And when you get down to 2010 and 2011, we're a whole lot better than 2008 and 2009. Here's the problem, though. Let's take a look at the Arizona economy. The good news is the national economy is recovering. The bad news is it's recovering slowly. Talk about that. The second thing is housing. It's at or past the bottom. The bad news is it's got a long way to go, like a long way to go. We're not even close. And until that's resolved, you can't do much about population flows. Third thing, commercial real estate. Well, there's some going on up here. In the rest of the state, it's a disaster, and it's got years to go. State government, the state deficit, is only slightly better this year than last year, and the legislature, true to form, will just continue to kick the can down the road. No resolution. And finally, retail sales. Again, we're past the bottom. There's some pent-up demand, but consumers simply are still restructuring, and credit markets are, by historic standards, simply abysmal, and I don't know exactly when that recovers. The economy floats on a sea of credit, and unless credit is available, and it's generally not, you're not going to get much. So, my conclusions, and you can go home after this short speech, the recovery in Arizona is going to be painfully slow. For the U.S., there's a recovery underway, but we're going to recover to a level that's mediocre. It's going to take years to get back to where we were. I'm the optimist of the group, so I'm going to leave you with some other thoughts, and that is, and I hate to say this because I'm never going to hear the end of it from Dennis, lurking out there somewhere is a real, genuine boom. Okay? Whether it arrives in 2013, 14, or 15, I can't tell you. My guess today would be 2014. Okay? What has to happen? By the way, between now and the end of 2015, our projections are the state will create 500,000 jobs and 300,000 new households. Okay? So that's where the boom will come from. It is rear-end loaded. What has to happen? You have to have a national recovery. You have to have credit markets returning to some level of normalcy, and they have not. I don't care what anybody tells me, they have not. The excess supply of housing and commercial has to be absorbed. That will force housing prices way up, and that will basically reinflate the whole economy. That whole bubble that I talked to you about earlier, balloon, that imploded because people stopped showing up, will basically reflate when people start showing up. And I think we've got years when the state will grow by, I hate to say this, 5, 6, 7% employment. And I think there are at least 2 of those years out there somewhere, but I don't think it's 2011. I don't think it's 2012, and I'm fairly confident it's not 2013. So the good news is we will get out of this. The bad news is 2011 doesn't look a hell of a lot better to me than 2010. Always glad to be the optimist. Take care.